Well, hello there. This is Travis for Tpull's Corner, and we've got a new deck. By now, you've probably seen Blinking Black. Now we're trying Blinking Blue because I got some blues, and I also got 4 copies of Blink Dog, which you pay 4 mana, and he will phase out so that he can't be attacked, can't be damaged. It's basically treated like they don't exist. So if you have plenty of mana to spare, he's good to use as a chump blocker, but you don't lose your chump blocker. So let's go through the whole deck and we'll see what we got here. We got 17 creatures, 24 lands, 1 portable hole. I got 4 copies of Stonebinder's Familiar, so the odds are if I use the portable hole, I'll probably have at least one of these guys out to benefit from it. I got 1 copy of Bubble Snare in case there's a problematic creature that we can't really get rid of. We've got 1 copy of Fly so that we can make any of our creatures that don't fly, like one of these spirit dogs. And whenever they do cause damage, we get to venture into the dungeon. We got a secret door. Hey, Magic the Gathering, get on the stick. Make a card called Secret Floor. Okay, I'll help you design it. But anyway, this is Secret Door, 0/4 chump blocker mostly. If we do end up with a lot of extra mana somehow, we can venture into the dungeon with it. 1 copy of Trickster's Talisman, so we can give +1/+1 to one of our creatures. Whenever they deal combat damage, we can sacrifice the talisman and create a token that's a copy of the creature. This, we don't have a lot of big creatures, so I'm kind of wanting to use this in combination with another card later, Will Mage's Domination, if I can. So we'll cover that when we get to it. 1 copy of Wizard Class, so we have no maximum hand size, because we do have some ways to draw some cards in here, and we don't want to... once we get more than 7 cards, we want to be able to keep all them and use them. We don't want to lose anything. 1 Team Pennant. Equipped creature gets +1/+1, has Vigilance and Trample. That's a worthwhile card to use no matter what. But I want to try and add some things in here to pump up the Blink Dog because he has Double Strike. So if you have somebody who has Vigilance, Trample, and Double Strike, that's kind of cool. But Blink Dog starts as a 1/1. I'm not convinced that I have enough in here to warrant, to be able to really pump him up too much, but we'll do what we can. We may make a different deck with a different theme that focuses more on the Blink Dog and making sure that he's a big, powerful beast instead of what we're doing here. We're doing a little something different here. Loyal Warhound, we have 2 of those, 3/1 with Vigilance. Whenever they enter the battlefield, if an opponent controls more lands than I do, I get to search for basic Plains cards and put it into the battlefield tapped, then I shuffle my deck. I could have put 4 in here, but honestly, the way that the game should go, I shouldn't be behind on lands too often. Maybe at the very beginning, which is when this would come in handy. But really, I want to get to a place where I've got plenty of lands, hopefully more than my opponent, because I'm going to be doing stuff like messing with the Displacer Beast and Blink Dog, and that's very mana heavy. So I just really don't want to fall behind in the beginning. But if I had 4 of these in here, then I'd feel bad because I'd have to put out, 3/1 creatures by themselves just aren't that impressive, right? Especially in the mid game. And, I don't want to have like 2 Warhounds on the field and 2 more in my hand, and, that's just going to be useless later on. So that's why I only have 2. 1 Jwari Disruption. Usually I'm pretty good at making these work. I do have it as a tap land if we need it early on. But you'd be surprised. It took me a while to get the timing right on using this card. There was quite a bit of a spell where I tried to use this card, and I could never seem to make it work. Like I'd hold it in my hand, and it would be useless because they'd always have that extra mana, and then I'd lose because I should have put it down as a tap land and used it for mana, and I didn't. There is a sort of rhythm to the Magic battles, and if you can sort of start once you get enough experience, you can tell if you should use it as land or if you're up against a player that might tap out, and you'd have a chance to spoil them. So I'm getting a lot better at using this card. Goldvein Pick. Equipped creature gets +1/+1. Whenever they deal damage, you create a treasure token. This is good for a couple of reasons. 1, to pump out the Blink Dog, make him a little bit better. And we do need a lot of mana, so the fact that we can create treasure is a little bonus for us. 1 copy of Expel to exile target tapped creature, because we're probably always going to need to use this at least once per game. We do have 3 Bar the Gates to counter a target spell or a Planeswalker spell, and we get to venture into the dungeon. That's the other sort of combination thing that we have for this deck. You see, we've got Fly for venturing, we've got Secret Door for venturing, we've got Bar the Gate for venturing, and Displacer Beast. Whenever he enters the battlefield, venture into the dungeon. Plus, we can spend 4 for displacement and return Displacer Beast to the owner's hand. So this is sort of why I call it Blinking Blue, because we got the Blink Dog and we got Displacer Beast. He doesn't quite blink, but we can save him if he gets to be in trouble. And he sort of reminds me of our Sararak, where you can bring him down for 3 black mana, or 3 mana, 2 colorless and 1 black, and he ventures into the dungeon each time he blinks down. This is a little bit more expensive to spend 4 to bring him back up and then another 3 to bring him back down, but it's good for a number of reasons. If we can get just enough mana, then if they try and kill this guy with an instant or a sorcery, we can react in time and save him, and just make them start wasting their spells. Eccentric Apprentice. We have 1 copy of this because we sort of ran out of room in our deck. He's got Flying 2/2. When he enters the battlefield, you venture into the dungeon. At the beginning of combat on my turn, if I've completed a dungeon, up to 1 target creature becomes a bird with base power and toughness 1 and flying until end of turn. So if they've got a 9/9 or a 10/10 creature with Death Touch, you might still keep the Death Touch, but he'd become a 1/1. Low Mage's Domination. It costs 3 less to cast if a creature whose controller has 8 or more cards in their graveyard, if we're targeting that. Sometimes I have to cast the full casting cost. This is another reason why we hope to build up our lands and have a lot of extra mana, because we want to be able to target their big cards. We're getting into an era in the meta where we have to deal with ward a lot. And people like certain ward cards, especially a certain dragon that we don't want to talk about that's ward 4. And if I'm going to take over something like that, I need a lot of mana, especially if he hasn't tapped to attack. 1 copy Shortcut Seeker. I started building this deck with 4 copies of this because whenever he deals combat damage, you venture into the dungeon. But the issue is, by the time you get 4 mana and get him out on the field, he can easily be blocked. And I ran out of room in the deck. So I do want to sort of test these guys out, like Eccentric Apprentice and Shortcut Seeker, and see how they do in the mix. But I didn't want to do 4 copies of everybody. I had to make room for 1 copy of Sudden Insight. It's an instant. You draw a card for each different mana value among non-land cards in your graveyard. I'm counting on the fact that if I'm losing, I've lost my Familiar, I've lost my Warhound, I've lost my Blink Dog, I can go ahead and sort of draw a new fresh hand and have a chance to do something more. We also have 4 copies of Spoils of Adventure, where we gain 3 life and draw 3 cards, and 1 Seagate Restoration. And so these 5 cards together are kind of why I added Wizard class as well. So those 6 kind of help us with the draw cards and keeping them kind of thing. And because I had Displacer Beast in with Blink Dog, I decided to go ahead and double down on these venture into the dungeon cards to maximize the going into the dungeons. That's kind of what Magic wants us to do for the next couple of rotations anyway, as they introduce the next cards that we're going to be in. Because we're in the middle of Forgotten Realms, most of what they want us to do is they want us to play with dragons, they want us to roll dice, they want us to venture into dungeons. So, we're going to do a little bit of that. So we're going to take this deck out for a spin and see how it goes. Hopefully you like it. If you do, hit the like button. You know what, little secret? Even if you didn't like it all that much, we could use a support. I won't mind if you hit the like button anyway. And we still need more subscribers, so go ahead and subscribe. And if you can, spread the link around to the video if you know somebody that likes Magic and might want to see some of these cards they haven't seen played before. And I should mention, of course, for the lands, we have 2 Cave of the Frost Dragons and 2 Hall of Storm Giants, which I'm making care to add these Forgotten Realms lands into most of my decks now, because I'm learning that half the time the opponent will forget that they're there, and you can do some surprise wins just with these cards, so it makes them pretty devastating. All right, here we go. We're going to test this puppy out. Okay, lots of land, and we need lots of land in order to use Blink Dog and to use Displacer Beast. So, we actually love lots of land. Instant or sorcery, huh? Well, there goes 11 of my cards. They got Seagate Restoration. I didn't want to lose that one. Okay. What next? Not sure if I want to keep that card in the deck. Why didn't he want to attack? It's very strange. No, thank you. Let's go into Scry. Yeah, we'll take that. Alright. We want to keep up with the blues. We want to keep up with Displacer Beast. I'll go ahead and create a token. Jump blocker. And let's go ahead and create a fly. And we'll put a 1/1 on somebody. How's about you? That's a nice creature. No attacks. Interesting choices. Let's try this again then. Sweet. 2, 4, 6, 8. He has 6. Do I want to put down the Loyal Warhound? No. Not yet. Still does not want to attack. Interesting. Doesn't like that. Three, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9. So I would need 5, 9, 10, 11, 12. Let's put you down. You gonna counter my counter? No, but you're gonna look. Interesting choice. Okay, so that's 9. We would need 9 to overcome the ward just to cast that, so we actually need 3 more lands. Not good. We can put him there. Taking the damage. Let's go over here this time. And we'll do a blink dog. Another touches these. Oh, maddening cacophony. Okay. Well, let's just do this then. Select value for X. 1, 2, 3. We'll take you. Yeah, baby. You can only block 1. Oh no, I can bring that one back up! Haha! It's good to be me. That's the only thing you could do, huh? Alright. Well, what can we do? We can bring you down. Come on, let me do it. Just in case we last one more turn. Let's see what we got coming up. I don't need another land at this point. Oh, I don't need that card. Now with only 4 cards left in the deck. Okay, so we go to combat. We'll just attack with everybody, I guess. Okay. Oh, you had too much you couldn't do. Alright, so we worked against the new Modern Mill deck that uses a combination of Tasha's Hideous Laughter, Maddening Cacophony, and Teaching by Example to copy those. I've got a similar deck that I made for, I think it was Historic at the time. It can work pretty good. And also, of course, Limerith is devastating, and he was able to pump up Quandrix's Pledge Mage. But that's why we have Little Mage's Domination. Got a blink dog already? Let the fun and games begin. Bow wow wow, yippee yo yippee yay. Heard that dog too, didn't you? Ooh, gross. Gross, gross, gross. Finn. I see what kind of deck you are. Away with you. Alright, we'll put out Displacer Beast now. We need something to block the Death Toucher. Do we want to go faster? Let's go faster for a change. Let's do Tomb of Annihilation. And we can bring out Wizard class now. Of course you have another fin on you. And a way to get rid of him. Lovely. Can see how this is going to go. Yeah, I've actually got a deck that's kind of similar to this. He's kind of lucking out right now with his ability to have all of these poison counters and the removal cards. He's got the exact right mix of creatures plus removal. And I don't have enough to blink him right now, do I? If he has another one, look at that. He had just the right mix to kill me this turn. Well, not to kill me, but I mean, I can sacrifice everybody else that I've got. So I need a Doomscar to survive this. And I've got one Displacer Beast. What happens if I just draw stuff? What was I gonna get? I got that. I do have enough to bring the Displacer Beast down. And what was I gonna do? Get rid of my card. Okay, if I kill you now, does that stop the ability, or do I still die from the poison counter? Oh, never mind. He's got indestructible anyway. Gee whiz. He had just the perfect hand for that. Look at that. 3 remote attacks for the Death Touchers and then an indestructible. There was nothing stopping that. Okay, I'm not going to lie. This hand is a little ugly because it's so slow. But we're going to run with it anyway. Oh, we may pay a price then, right? Because up against mono red, most likely. And if he's blocked, they create more, so we're not even going to bother blocking with the door. That would create more problems than we have now. I think they've already got more land than we do. Okay, let's do what I normally do. Let's scry and see what we got coming up. I do need land, so we're taking land. Gross. Okay, we're gonna block that guy now, so I don't have to worry about who I'm blocking later. Let's go ahead and get some more cards because we need some more stuff. And we'll put you down. No attackers. And I'm wondering if I need to do something different than the Stonebinder's Familiar. I might need to. Okay, we'll block you. We'll kill one of you. Taking 4. And they've got me next turn, I think. Because I still didn't get enough land out to actually cast any one of these spells. I can do this and put a 1/1 on my secret door. But 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 6. Yeah, I'm dead. I'm dead no matter what. Oh, my opponent is Kestrel. You know what? I recognize that name. He's actually usually pretty good. Say hi to the dog. Looks like we're facing Innistrad type stuff. They got a legendary 2-drop out right away. Oh, gee whiz. They just have all sorts of cheap stuff, don't they? Okay, our Blink Dog has double strikes, so we should be able to kill one of these guys when they come at us. Got a bunch of flashback going on. It's gonna tap my Blink Dog. Yeah, let them come through. Okay, let's see. Whenever you cast a spell from your graveyard. Oh, great. Let's do this. Nope. That's not the right land that I need right now. There's so many dual options with Innistrad. I haven't quite memorized all of them just yet, so I always keep... when I'm facing those, you may see me linger on the cards for a long time, just to make sure I understand. Because you've either got the dual modes with the disturb capability to bring them back, as all of these do, or they've got the flashback ability, which lets them come back for a higher cost. So I'm just trying to get it straight in my mind. If I kill one of these guys, what's it going to come back as to bite me in a minute? You have your own Stonebinder's Familiar. Little Strixhaven help for the Innistrad folks. And do we want to kill somebody with Displacer Beast? That brings them back as a flyer, I guess. Okay, we are gonna die quickly here, but let me try and bar the gate open. See if we can just stem the damage. Doing another blocker there. I really need to get rid of the Graph Keeper. Okay, let's go ahead and sacrifice you for that. What is next? Venture into the dungeon. Let's go ahead and put a counter on somebody. How about the Blink Dog? It's going to tap them so they can come on through. It's got enough mana to tap both my creatures with Grathkeeper. That's all she wrote. Okay, time for a deck tweak because we lost to Death Touch, although that was the perfect hand. We lost to Mono Red, and we lost to a really cheap Blue-White Innistrad. So let's go ahead and put some more interactivity into here. We'll go up to 62 cards. It shouldn't hurt us too bad because we got 4 Spoils of Adventure. If we can live long enough to draw more cards and get the life to hold us, tide us over, we should be good. So we'll go to 62 cards. I don't have a lot of removal in the deck, but that's what happens when you're creating a deck and you're playtesting it. You want your initial concept to work so much that you kind of fall in love with the cards that you've chosen for this particular concept, and you don't always want to rely on another card as a crutch. But we do need some interactivity to remove some of what the enemy's throwing at us, and all 3 cases where we lost in the last 3 matches, they've always been really cheap creatures, really fast, and multiple, so a single removal spell is not going to do the trick. We do need something more like a board wipe. Blue doesn't have much in the way of board wipes, so in the current meta, that leaves us with Doomscar. Speak of the devil. Yeah, I should have had Stonebinders out first. Not used to playing with the familiar yet. And of course we come up against Toski, who cannot be affected by destruction. And with another card that boosts him up. So it's a good thing we have Expel. Okay, we will exile you now. Now see, that card was just put into expo. Oh, it's got to be during my turn. That's why. I don't know, dog. I don't know. I can't take 10 points of damage, but oh shoot, I don't have enough. I don't have enough to blink him out either. Or sorry, phase him. And even then he can't suffer to let him do anything. Well, he's gonna be a blocker. Okay. Warhound comes out. Second white land I need comes out. Might as well spend the time to equip him. luckily he had another creature not removal. And we're losing another creature as a chump blocker. And say goodbye. Okay, you spells can't be countered. Oh, hang on. We don't want that one. We want this one. We have 5, right? All right. Flashback Doomscar. How nice is that? Vigilance and Trample. Let's draw cards instead. We can still put that down. They don't have a lot in the way of haste for blue and green usually. Alright, let's fill our hand. Liking it, liking it. Just enough mana to do everything we need. Vigilance and Trample. Your life is good. You know what? I think I just need to put this card in my hand. Forget about waiting for it to show up so that I can steal it from somebody. I mean, look at this. Let's just go draw a whole bunch more cards. That's so lovely. We can foretell another Doomscar. Bam. I have so many spells I can play now. I don't want the game to end. Look at this. That is so fun. Let's see. What else can I do? Can I do another one? I'm nearly back up to where I was. Oh, let's make her fly. Yeah, all right. This is usually when they scoop. What do we want to do? Oh, let's gain a life. Do I want to do anything else? Oh, wizard class. Oh no, that would be using treasures. I don't want to use up my treasures, I just want to accumulate my treasures. What else can we do? Hey, hang on. Let's put down a land, right? Oh, hang on, we have Loyal Warhound. Because they still have more land than we do, so let's get that out of the way. Put down a land, draw some more cards. We're up to 20. Hey. Fine. Let's see, do I have a counter spell that I can use? Target creature or planeswalker spell. I just have Jory Disruption. Alright. They're gonna get to spoil my spoiling fun. Alright. Put down the Blink Dog. We'll go ahead and pay for it this time. No attacks. Just to show the kind of stuff we can do. Let's see. Venture into the dungeon? Yeah, let's see what else we got coming up. Sure, we'll take it. Wizard Glass. That's enough. Let me move all my lands down to one place. Displacer Beast. Where'd you go? Hey. Where is he? We'll use that one. Displacer beast. Oh yes, let's play you. Oh, I don't have enough. Let's play you. I guess we're done. How do I just decline? Decline. There we go. Oh, and we can put this down. That's good. Aww. What do we want to do? Land, 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 land. No, you cannot bring that down. Don't need another land. Okay, you can bring him down. Target creature we control. Bam. Aww. No. We'll play you. Yeah. Okay, maybe I shouldn't have had that much fun, but, you know, losing 3 in a row, I needed to sort of overindulge. I hope you'll forgive me. Alright, that's the end of us just doing a test of this first concept of combining Blink Dog and Displacer Beast. I did okay. As soon as we added the 2 Doom Scars, the very next match we used the Doom Scar. It cleared the field, got rid of all of these things that could have easily killed us. So it proved to be a big clutch hitter. Immediately you saw how much it is just to put in a little bit more interactivity with your first test deck. Increases your odds of survival. And then after that, we were able to just run the board and do anything and everything that we wanted to. We ran through nearly our entire deck. They were powerless to do anything to stop us. And so that's the potential of the deck. I might tweak it around a little bit more. I'm not convinced that Stonebinder's Familiar is the best card to have in here. Maybe just one, might be fun, just to keep having fun with the dog concept. Might stick another Loyal Warhound in, possibly. Might look around for some other cards that might be fun. So I'll tweak this. I'll play around with it some more. We'll debut it when I think that it's a little bit more credible to stand on its own 2 feet, and when I know that it can handle the aggro decks that are in such vogue right now, because there's so many colors that can put out fast, cheap creatures now. It's just embarrassing. And Magic should be embarrassed with themselves by having that many cheap aggro options, because it's just so simple. But we will fight against the tide. As always, like and subscribe. We'll catch you next time. We'll have some more decks for you coming up. I hope you had fun here at Tpull's Corner. Have a good one.